Hi, I'm Andy from Target Transfers, the UK's leading manufacturer of heat transfers, and thank you very much for joining me today. We're going to be talking all things Coronation and why this is going to be a benefit for your business. So I'm just going to give it a few seconds to let everyone join in, and then we're going to get kick-started. So as a reminder, as usual, if you have questions, please just interrupt me at any point. More than happy to go through them. If you have questions that are completely off topic, you're very welcome to ask those questions as well. It's absolutely fine. We've got plenty of time for Q&A today, but we're going to be talking everything Coronation and why this can benefit your business, even if you are not really even that interested in the Coronation. It can be of benefit to absolutely every single person. So I think we've got a few people joined now, so I'm going to kickstart this. So today I'm going to be running through how to design and create products that will be profitable for this year's Coronation. So that's why you're joining me today. That's why it's important to all of you. You can make profit from this, and it's going to be really easy. If you've never offered promotional or royal-centric items before, don't worry, because I'm going to show you exactly how you can make profit from these opportunities and get an extra bit of revenue. In case anyone is unaware, May 6th is of this year is the day for the coronation of King Charles III. So this is going to be the first coronation in 70 years. So I'm pretty sure that none of us watching, myself definitely included, and I'm sure many of you watching have never witnessed a coronation before or never been around for a coronation. So no one's had the chance to make profit or revenue from this before. The Styles Group may have been involved with celebrating it. They would have been in their 21st year at that point, but I can't find any records of coronation prints. We don't have the designs going back that far, and whether they did celebrate that, yes, I couldn't tell you. But we do have a long heritage of creating products around important days in the year, be it royals, presidential, everything that we can help you get going with. So it's probably going to be a while before the next coronation, so it's important you take advantage of this opportunity this year because it could be 10, 15, 20 years. I honestly couldn't tell you before the next one. So even if the coronation is not your thing, you do need to use this as an opportunity for your business. That's what's important, is can you make it an opportunity of this for your business? And I'm going to show exactly how you can do that today and exactly why you should be doing that today. So to give you an idea of how big this market could potentially be, the UK's population is 67.33 million. So that's a big population anyway. And many of you who are watching, lots of people within that 67 million people, everyone's going to want something. Lots of people might want 3 things, 5 things, 10 things. There's a real royalists out there who want lots and lots of celebratory items. I'm going to go through some examples of what that could be. And I'm not just going to be talking T-shirts today. I'm thinking bags, tea towels, cushion covers, hats, all sorts. There's lots and lots of opportunity. And some people will buy something just because they think they should buy something. I know that some of you watching will be indifferent to the royal family, which is fine, but your business can benefit from it. So it's time to get on board and make most of this opportunity. Because if you don't, someone else will. And to kind of give you an idea of how big this market could be for your business, even if you secured 0.1% of the addressable market, that could be 67,300 merchandise items. So if you get 0.1%, that's a lot of merchandise. So even if you got 0.01%, that's still 6,733 items that you could be making. So this is a big opportunity. So really start thinking about after this event what you could be achieving with this. So the possible UK residents is 67 million, but this does not include the number of tourists that are going to visit this year either. So this is a massive opportunity too. So as well as the 67 million UK residents, last year there was about 30 million visitors to the UK. So that's taking that number now up to 97 million people. And I'd expect this year to be even higher because there's a lot less restrictions. So 2019, you were looking around sort of 39 million. So I think we could be expecting more like, say, 35 to be conservative. So again, that's over 100 million potential customers just in the UK. And that doesn't include those that you ship to Europe, the US, other parts around the world. So it's a really, really big opportunity. I guess if there's 97 million potential customers, and you get 0.1%, 97,000, 0.01, still 9,700. So even if you went like way below that, it's still a massive, massive market that all of you can take advantage of. And the thing to kind of get into the mindset of, especially for the tourist market, a lot of the UK is going to be from now until May. Then it's probably going to tail off sort of mid-May. So, but it's still a month now to really get stuck into, I think, month, 6 weeks even. But visitors from, say, the US or other parts of Europe, Asia, this could go for the whole summer, right the way through to sort of September, October, because this is going to be their only chance to pick up merchandise like this. So it's a really big opportunity. And this is an opportunity for every one of your customers, because let's say you could just do promotional merchandise. So let's say something like a bag, something like this, real nice and easy. Everyone can make a bag or a t-shirt, something like that. But the thing, just kind of mindset to get in mind, is that's why I say people will think they need stuff. They don't know necessarily why. So every single one of your customers you could contact and say, are you doing a party for work? Are you doing something to celebrate the day? Do you just want some t-shirts with the Coronation on? It's a real opportunity to unlock every single one of your existing customers, as well as the whole of the UK and the tourist market. So you could do this by selling on eBay, Etsy, Facebook Marketplace, or if any of you are anywhere near football, you should be putting this stuff. So hang flags like this from the window with like a buy now sort of thing. Have a few of these made up, or have your transfers and heat press ready to go. So even if you can get just like walk on trade, you could just pick up sort of 10, 15 pounds a time, or you might do bulk orders where you say, okay, do you want 10 flags for X amount, or buy a flag and a t-shirt and a bag together and really bundle those items together and get some really great average order value. So think about this opportunity from all of your customers, even if it's just a case you're doing a job, you're like, well, you did a job last year, and they're like, actually, we don't need them reprinting. You could say, actually, do you want them reprinted with the Coronation logo on them? Or just for sort of like I say, if they're just having like a picnic or a summer party to celebrate, anything is potentially addressable. Anyone you could easily get some Coronation business from this. So it's a really, really big opportunity. And we're going to show you how to make the most of that. So think between now and May 6th or sort of May 15th. But like I say, for tourist trade or selling anywhere, sell to local councils, to tourist information boards, anything that's local that has footfall, they can make money for the rest of the year off this. So you could have nice repeat business, and this is going to be really easy to churn out for lots of different things. So before I get started, I'm just going to show you a quick couple of examples to get you thinking. So really, really easy one, a flag. Really simple. You could put a transfer on a flag, super nice and easy. Or you could do a tote bag. Again, every single one of you, I know all of you watching can do tote bags. That's it's really easy win, really nice and simple for you. But again, you could easily see people just picking these up because, yeah, why not? I get one for the Coronation. They don't really know why, or they don't know what else to buy, or they really love the Coronation and they want to buy lots of stuff for it. Either way, it's a win for all of you. The tote bag is quite a nice and easy one. I'm going to show you how to do a jute bag. So if you think about tote bags, but this is even more higher perceived value for something like this. And you could see, shoppers in market towns, perhaps a bit more disposable income, would very much like one of these. And you could see people walking, I don't know, let's say, picking up their Waitrose shopping in one of these. You could see that market being very happy for those. Or perhaps you're looking to decorate around the house. You want to put some items up for this. So why not do cushion covers? These are so easy to do. It's just fabric, it's heat, it's a transfer, can easily go under your press. So these are some ideas that are really, really easy for all of you to action upon. Another great one is, bunting. Think back to anything that people did to celebrate, I don't know, the anniversary of a coronation. Royal weddings is a big one. Think about anything. Jubilees. Yeah. Think about what people had for that. So think about the amount of bunting you saw in houses, outside of houses. It's all an opportunity, and all you need is a heat press and some heat transfers. And the great news for all of you watching is that we have made your life really, really easy. So we have already secured the artwork, And the artwork is going to be free of charge for all of you. And we've already preloaded this into EasyView. At the right, it's a vectored artwork already. We've taken all of the hard work out of it for you. I'm going to show you how to do this in a little bit, but this is going to be really, really nice. So the artwork's already there for you. So this artwork, which you can see here, I'll show everyone on Instagram and TikTok as well, is that we've already secured that for you. We've got it in multiple colors as well. So you can see you've got this red version with a bit of pink in it. There is a black version, a white version, a blue and red version, a blue version, and it's already secured. It's already been uploaded at the correct dimensions, so it's really easy for everyone. You can just pick your size, pick your color, and that's it. Really, really nice and easy. And everyone that's been watching for a while knows it's very easy to make money with heat transfers, but I'll show you how to do that anyway. But again, because it's free artwork for you, it's already preloaded, it's already vectored, and you can use our gang shooting option at no extra cost. So pick a big layout, put as many of these Coronation transfers on as you can, or if you've got some jobs going through in the next couple of days or next week, add a couple of Coronation logos onto it at the bottom of your gang sheet, test them out, take them to your customers and say, what do you think of this? Do you want some of these for your staff, or even just open a real quick and easy Etsy store or Facebook marketplace and start selling them that way, because people are going to be really after the stuff. It's going to be really popular this year. And really, you're probably looking around a sort of like 50p to £1 a transfer. And I'm sure many of you know that tote bags, cushion covers, they're really not expensive. T-shirts, you're looking at sort of like £3 to £4 for a T-shirt. So it's really, really easy to add a transfer onto one of those and sell these at volume, because it's going to be really easy. So for instance, if you got, let's say you got 150 transfer sheets, and the transfers are sized at 15 by 15 centimeters, you'd only cost £1 each if you're using A3 Ultra Color Max. So in terms of recommendation for transfers, my personal recommendation, so depending on how big you want the transfer to be, so on the EasyView upload, which I'll show you later, we have versions with and without a background. If you're going to go with no background, so no white circle behind this, my recommendation is to go no smaller than 15 by 15 centimeters. And I would encourage you to use the Ultra Color Max direct to film heat transfer to make the most of this detail. So I'll show you the back view of it as well. You can see incredibly, incredibly fine detail. If you're going to go really small, like this flag, for instance, it's probably, say, 8 by 8 centimeters. I would actually encourage you to go with the white circle behind. It's only because the detail on this is so, so fine that we just recommend, on that instance, going with the background option. But again, it's up to you. We're just giving you our best advice for how we think you could make the most of it. If you go really big like this, you could use ultra color as well, or you could use our 1 to 5 color screen if you're just going for the white or black option too. It's entirely up to you, depending on what jobs you're going to be getting. We're here to help you either way.
So while Andy just has a drink, I just wanted to say hello to Bulldog Custom Tees, who are actually with us today from Nashville, Tennessee.
Oh, lovely.
Now, Andy's been throwing a lot of UK-based statistics out there as well, but we know from our Styles family in the US that a lot of Americans are really big fans of the royal family and the coronation. So everything that Andy talks about today does apply to other countries as well. We know that the royal family has quite a lot of traction in other countries. So if you are watching from another country today, you can still make this work for you very well.
Yeah, and if you are from the US, obviously you don't want to have to order from the UK because it's a bit expensive. But if you contact our sister companies at Transfer Express, they have the same artwork that we're going to be using as well. So I'm not sure if it's on their EasyView designer or not yet. Just send them a message and say, can I order the Coronation transfers from you? And they will be able to help you out, no problem. Something that is worth bearing in mind, this is one of the reasons that we wanted to secure this artwork for you and get it uploaded for you to kind of take some of that hassle out of the way, is that when you're using something like royal artwork in this instance, it's very important not to manipulate this. So any of you, that's why we won't let you stretch it and reshape it, because that will make it unofficial merchandise. If you use the logo as is, any size, but you keep the proportions, you essentially have official coronation art merchandise. So this is not like coronation theme, this is coronation artwork. And this is a very important distinction to make. So the artwork that is in is the approved artwork. So if you're using this, you're using the official artwork, so it's an official product that way. If you start to manipulate this, change the colors, it will not be official artwork. So that's why I would say stick to the artwork that we've uploaded, because that is going to be the official stuff and that's what the customers are going to be demanding. So it's really important to make sure you use the official artwork here, and that applies to any country that's watching. So I think the next step is for me to start fusing some things for you, just to show how easy it is. So I've got a few different items to go through today. So let's get started. Really, really nice and easy t-shirts. Every single one of you should be able to fuse a t-shirt. If any of you are watching that have never fused a t-shirt before though, don't worry, it's really easy, especially with heat transfers. So I'm going to use the Hotronix Auto Open Heat Press today. So this is going to be fused at 145 degrees for 12 seconds, and it's going to be a hot peel. So I'm going to take this blue version of the transfer. So you've got a bit of navy and a bit of sort of an ice blue in here. Again, this is one of the official colorways, so don't go changing these. Stick to the right ones. So I've got a t-shirt here. This is one of the orders t-shirts. It's just tees. So give it a quick pre-press, medium pressure. So that's between a 4 and a 6 on a Hotronix. Just give me a moment just to loosen the pressure up a bit. There we go, still a little bit over pressured, so I'll just give that a bit more of an adjustment. As you can see with the auto open press, the great thing is it pops back up when you're finished. It makes your life really, really nice and easy. So get your transfer. So I've gone for one without a background here. Place it nice and central. Don't forget this. So this is the 6th of May, which is on the transfer nice and helpfully. So when this pops back up in 8 more seconds, I'm going to hot peel it and then we're done. So that's how easy it is to make Coronation artwork. So that's how easy it is to maximize on this opportunity. So really important for everyone. Give it a nice peel. Just like that. Got Coronation ready t-shirt. So that took me 20 seconds to make a t-shirt. So that's why I'm saying it's really, really easy for everyone. And you could do this on demand. So if you're a bit worried about committing stock, transfers are an on-demand option for you. So you could order just one of these transfers if you really wanted to get started. But with the Ultra Color Max, we also ship next working day. So if you order by midnight, we will ship the following days, or you can come and collect. So you can get a really rapid turnaround. So if you just want to dip your toe in the water here and see how successful it is for you, you can just do that just by kind of getting a few of them at a time. And then when it starts to take off, again, now I can order 50 or 100 because I know that this is going to be successful for me. But either way, you've got the option to get started with just a minimal order of one. So really, really easy. Like I say, official artwork, official t-shirt for the Coronation. Placement could do with being a little bit higher, if I'm being honest. But that's how easy it is to get started with Coronation merchandise. And like I say, you could just sell these to every single one of your customers. Just say, you might not charge as much for them because they're, a one-off item, but you could go to all of your customers and say, do you want to do Coronation t-shirts for your staff? It's just a nice little thing to do for the summer. Everyone's going to have a bank holiday, so it's an easy one. So anyone that might be going to like a barbecue or something like that, they can get a really nice, easy win. Yeah, do you want a Coronation t-shirt? There you go. They're themed for the party. They're taking part, and they can go and have a few drinks and a bit of barbecue. Everyone's happy that way. T-shirts, absolutely every single one of you can do a t-shirt. So let's try something a little bit different. Again, really, really nice and easy win. How about a flag? So these are really easy. I think we just picked up a handful of these for next to nothing off Amazon. Really, really easy to get hold of. And again, they're going to be super, super easy for all of you to view. So I'm just going to increase the pressure a little bit because it's a slightly smaller item. Give it a pre-press. It's a little bit under pressured there. Remember, if you're putting smaller stuff under there, got smaller surface area. So I'm just going to give this another check on the pressure. The great thing about these Hotronix Auto Opens is they have a pressure readout at the back here. So anyone that's never used one of these before, it's really easy. You've got a nice readout at the back. To the back there. So it's a little bit over pressured. So I'll just loosen it a little bit and then I'll be able to fuse in a minute. But really, really easy for everyone to use an auto open. Almost there now. There we go. That'll be fine. So give it a quick press in a minute. And then it'll be done. So if you're going to be doing lots of different types of merchandise like this, it's always good to do everything at the same time together. So that way you don't have to adjust every single time, because it's obviously not a very efficient way to do it, but we're only doing one of each item today, so it makes sense for us. So let's give it a pre-press. So the reason I keep pre-pressing here is because the Hotronix has a dual timer on here, so it means it'll always go back to the pre-press timer. So it's very useful when you start getting into it. You can do 3 seconds on the first one, 12 seconds on the main one, so that way you can keep the efficiency going. So now let's go for the main press. Get this nicely lined up in the middle. Again, we're going to do it for 12 seconds. We're going medium pressure, so that's between 4 and a 6 on a Hotronix heat press. And because we've got this really accurate press here, which I'll go through with you in just a sec, it doesn't matter where we're fusing on it. Okay, let's give it a peel. Really, really nice and easy. Just like that. We have a Coronation flag, and you could sell these for, I don't know, £3 or £4 each and still make a nice tidy profit margin on each one of them. Because this Hotronix press here has so many heat rods in it, so a lot of people have been asking me about this recently. How do I pick a heat press? What do I look for? You want to look for accuracy. So this tiny little flag, which I fused just on the very end here, I got just as much heat and pressure on that tiny little bit on the end as I would do anywhere else in the press. And that's what you get with a Hotronix press. That's the Hotronix difference, is it's more accurate, it's got better pressure, so what we call over center pressure. So that pressure comes down, directly down, rather than not the back first, not the front first. It comes all the way through the middle. So no matter where you are, if you're doing a tiny little flag, it's very easy for absolutely anyone to press perfectly. So don't forget to ask me any questions, whether it's about the Coronation, how to make the most of this opportunity, or anything to do with heat printing, even if it's off topic. Don't forget to get those questions in. I'm going to do a few more fuses, and then I'm going to show you how to use the artwork properly. So again, t-shirt easy, flag easy. I'm going to do a slightly more complicated one for you now as well. So again, as I said earlier, you could do a tote bag, which look great, like we've done here. But you're probably looking at sort of like £5 to £8 at most for retail value of one of those. But what you want to do is actually use something like this. So you might be even to get away sort of like £15, £20, but the average profit per item is much higher. And again, super, super easy. I would probably go with a background or something like this, just because the weave on these is going to be slightly more unpredictable versus, say, a tote bag or a t-shirt. But you can test with the normal transfer. So if you want to go no background, test first and see how you get on. And if it works, it's great. These things are never going to be washed, so it'll be no problem. And you can get away with lots and lots of fine details. So if you want to fuse something like this, I do recommend going for an interchangeable pattern. The reason is because you've got these seams on the side here, and you've got this sort of where the bag is built to be pushed out the bottom. It does mean that the pressure is going to be a bit uneven. If you use the whole thing under here, the pressure is going to regulate because it's so accurate on these seams. You're not going to get as much application here. So in this instance, we would recommend using what we call an interchangeable pattern. So in this instance, I would probably go something like a 20 by 25 or a 15 by 25. So all of our presses are able to change patterns really, really easily. They have a lever on the side here that you pop out, and then you just put a different size one on, and it means you can isolate the area really nicely. So in this instance, put that one back on. We'll flip it around to the other side, and then we can thread this on. So I'm using a caddy stand, which again is another great efficiency hack. Then I can put my bag on here. Got enough room, which is great. Just watch out for the base of the machine. And now you can see here, that this platen is making sure all of these seams hang off the side. So I'm going to get perfect application here because the only part of the bag is going under press that I want to go under the press. So let me grab my release paper. Let's give it a quick pre-press again. 3 to 5 seconds is fine. Again, medium pressure, 145 degrees because we're using ultra color still. And I think I'm going to go for maybe a pink one this time.
While Andy's cutting out his transfer for this fuse, we have had a question come in, and somebody has asked where they can get the blank homeware from. So I'm assuming they're referring to the cushion cover.
Okay. So the cushion covers we just got from Rallowise, as you would do with your t-shirts. They have a big homeware section on there, actually. A lot of you might not realize this, but along with t-shirts, hoodies, bags, etc., they do have loads of hats, but they do have homeware like cushions. We've got some tea towels to try in a little bit as well. They have lots of like cuddly toys as well. So you have cuddly toys which all have access areas for heat printing on. So you could potentially put a Coronation transfer onto, I don't know, maybe a little line or something like that. I can see that being quite a good seller too. All you need to do is get your transfer now. Place it nicely in the middle here. We're going to give it a fuse for 12 seconds now, 145 degrees. I've got it on a pressure of 5, which is perfect. It's between 4 and a 6 for hot tonics. And don't worry about remembering all of these settings, because every time you order from us, we always give you the new settings anyway. You get an order confirmation, which will show you exactly what the product is, what the temperature should be, and a printout. So you don't have to remember this right now. Again, peel it hot. Just find a nice corner. Just like that. We've got a perfect bag, nice shopping bag. Again, like I said, this would be great for any customers or places you have in market towns where they would spend a little bit more money on a shopping bag like this. Like I say, tourist information places I think would be a great place to sell this, or like farm shops. I think this could be a big winner if you know any farm shops, or just little places where you like a butcher's maybe is local to you. It's a great way of them upselling their products. So they could put all of their fruit and veg into one of these to then resell to the customer. You can sell to that customer, and it means that every week you've got that kind of extra income coming in, because these would be a big seller. You can do it in a few different colors. So depending on people's sensibilities, you know, they go with the classic red and blue, or go like a red and pink, or white or black. So no matter which type of customers come in, they could pick up one of these. And I reckon you could charge quite a nice premium, because it's a one-off option that they're only going to be able to buy this. First time they've been able to buy one of these in 70 years. And ultra color heat transfers weren't available then. So this is the first time in history that you could buy a full color heat transfer jute bag. So this seems like a pivotal moment in history to me.
We have had a question come in, Andy. Yep. I'm not sure if perhaps I'm reading this wrong. It might be a spelling typo on the questions part, but it says, quick question. What is the name of the axe so you don't need paper? Now that's spelled ACCS. What is the name of the something so you don't need the paper? Perhaps transfer?
Okay, this is the Ultra Color Max transfer. This is a direct to film heat transfer. But the only way to get a sort of commercial level heat transfer like this is through target transfer. So we have a special bespoke system that we've introduced internationally as an international standard across the US and into Europe as well. And these have been wash tested for 75 plus washes. So this is the sort of best of the best when it comes to direct to film. And direct to film is good for this because of the detail on these transfers. But we could do it with ultra color or a 1 to 5 color screen if you went for a slightly larger print size as well.
Oh, sorry. BWS Gibbs has just come back and said accessory. Sorry, I didn't catch the shorthand there.
So this accessory here is, if you haven't got a Hotronics press, perhaps that's what they mean, to put an interchangeable platen on. I would recommend, we do have some great offers on at the moment with our bundles to be able to get one of these, because the amount of time you will save by having one of these will pay for itself. So for instance, a quick slip and an interchangeable platen saves you about 10 to 15 seconds per press. If you did 100 t-shirts a day, you're looking at saving 11 working days a year. So it is quite an investment that would pay off quite quickly. If you don't have an option like that, then we do have things called print perfect pads or heat press pillows, which could do a similar option as well. But I'd always go for a Hotronics press anyway, because they're more accurate and there's no cold spots. So remember that flag I've used earlier, a lot of heat presses would struggle with that because they don't have the consistency of heat across the whole of the platen. You would need a Hotronics press to achieve that.
Oh, okay. So they've come back and now said, oh, so when you have the quick slip, you don't need the paper. I think they're referring to release paper, because we just saw Andy use release paper with the jute bag, but not on the flag. So
to be honest with you, I probably should have used it on the flag. With hot peel products, it's not as essential to have the release paper. I would say if you're using all of our transfer or vinyl as well, it's good to have a mixture of to keep the release paper there as a good practice. Because if you were doing a cold peel transfer, then we would recommend using the release paper. So for instance, when this press automatically opens up, you get a better movement. So the transfer in that instance would want to try and pull up, because it's attached. It's the heat is reacting to the top platen, and it will try and pull it up. So that's why we always recommend using release paper. And probably for the flag, I should have used it as well, to be honest with you. But because it's a hot peel, I can get away with it.
Perfect. That's everything for now.
Okay. So far, I've used 3 things for you. I've used a T-shirt. Again, everyone can use T-shirts. I mean, this is going to have a nicer, softer and feel and look about it, because it's a Target transfer, heat transfer. I've done the flag. Again, really, really nice and easy. And this bag, which again, put a blue and red one earlier, did a pink one today live. So really, really simple options. But I know a lot of you want to know how to actually get this artwork. So if anyone is on Instagram or TikTok that's joining us today, I would recommend switching over to either YouTube, Facebook, or LinkedIn now, because I'm going to need to share my screen, so you're not going to be able to see what I'm doing. So I'm going to give you sort of 20 seconds just to change over platform, and then we're going to say goodbye and let you enjoy your weekend. And then we're going to switch to screen share, so I can show you how to access this artwork, because it's really, really important that you do use the correct artwork. Like I said, if you start to manipulate this artwork and try and change the dimensions, make it stretch it out a bit, it's not going to be official art. I mean, it will look terrible anyway, but it will stop it from being official artwork that way. So bear with me one moment. I'm just going to add my screen.
We're just going to say goodbye to Instagram and TikTok.
Yep. Thank you very much for everyone on Instagram and TikTok for joining us. Just going to grab my tab. Okay. So now you should be able to, just going to take you back to the main page. So now you will be able to see my screen. Let me just check that I'm in full presentation mode. Yeah. So if you have questions about this, don't forget to interrupt me whenever you need to. I'm more than happy to go through it. So I'm on the Target Transfers Easy View portal, which is custom.targettransfers.com. When you go onto the site, you will see you've got 3 transfer options. You've got 1 to 5 color screen. So if you're doing the one color prints and you're doing them big, it could be more profitable for you to do as a 1 to 5 color screen. Or you've got ultra color if you're doing lots of volumes. So say if you're starting to get into hundreds, 200s of the t-shirts, ultra color could be the option, but just remember to go no smaller than sort of 15 by 15. But I would recommend going with the ultra color max, because I think that detail will look better on direct to film, especially if you start to go a bit smaller, and you can do one-off. So this is great for testing the water, do some sample runs, see how you find it. So let's pick ultra color max. As always, you agree to lots of different layouts. So depending on if you want it to be pre-cut into like an A3, I would go with a 55 by 55 centimeter jumbo sheet, because you're going to get much better margins. The bigger the sheet and the more gang designs you have on there, the more profitable it's going to be, because you can divide the cost of the number of transfers by the cost of the sheet, and it's much easier that way. Super, super easy to get started that way as well. So this is how you use the official artwork. Remember, we're going to do all the hard work and actually print it for you. All you need to do is add design, add ultracolor heat transfers design. And then we go into the stock design section now. So you see you've got lots of other stock designs. So if there's anything else throughout the year, there's some great options for you there. You're going to go and pick King Charles III Coronation 2023. This is where all of the artwork is going to be hiding for you. So click on that. And then here you're going to see the different options. So like I said, we have preloaded all of the official artwork. So this way, everything you do is all going to be the official artwork. It's going to be great for you. We have options with and without without a background. So depending on if you're going really small like the flags, remember, we'd recommend, because the detail on it is so fine, that we'd recommend putting a backer behind it. Either way, it's entirely up to you, but just giving you the best advice. If you're unsure, transfer says on a minimum size 15 by 15 centimeters. So select a design that you like. Like I said, it's already vectored for you as well, so you don't have to worry about getting someone to vectorize your artwork. We're taking care of absolutely everything. And then you can pop it onto your gang sheet like that. You can see there's no extra cost, which is really important. We don't want to charge you anything extra for this artwork. It's all done. It's all ready for you. We really want you to make the most of this opportunity, because like it's been 70 years since you could last take this opportunity. So none of us have had the chance to make the most of this before. And then you can just add as many of it here as you want to. So this one is a 12 by 12. If you want to just copy and just paste, and then you can just keep making, put as many on here as you possibly can. Leave yourself enough room to cut and paste out. And that's all there is to it. You just got to just put as many on here as you could possibly get away with. And that's it. It's really, really that easy to have Coronation ready transfer. So I can get 4 across the top row there. Got enough room to cut between them. So the more I order, cheaper it's going to get. And you can get loads and loads on here. So I'll start to add a few other ones on there. So I'd recommend going with a mixture. So let's add a pink one on there as well. And I'll put that just below that one. And it'd be good for you to have a mixture of sizes as well. So this way, if you're just ordering one, testing the water, have a play around with different sizes. Like if you want to do the flags, I can see a really easy winner. The great thing about these flags, they're so easy to do. And if you, every time you sell a t-shirt, you could easily kind of upsell and get, do you want a £3 or £4 flag to go with it? And everyone can just be out the front of their house, waving their flags or popping around the house. It's a really, really easy win for you to have lots of different items bundled together. And that's how you're going to really win, is by putting lots of items together. So for instance, if you're selling to customers, obviously you want to try and sell by bulk to all of your different customers. If you're selling on Facebook or Etsy, somewhere like that, I would suggest bundling the items together. So try and sell a set to a family. So maybe like, a couple of adult sizes, like a handful of like kid sizes to go with it, and bring a bundle price together. And that way you give them a slight thing, and then they'll be happy, but you can increase your average order value from say to £80 by selling a whole family. Maybe get some grandparents involved with the sizings as well. Give them lots of options to bundle a family package together, and you'll increase your average order value that way. So do some normal size ones. It may be, let's put some smaller ones in for flags. So let's make them sort of more like 6 by 6. And then you can see on this gang sheet I'm creating, you could easily put loads and loads of these ones in. So I'm just going to hit paste a bunch of times for this. Then you can keep building and building this gang sheet. So right now we're up to 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 transfers already. So straight away, I've not even finished building out this gang sheet. I'm already up to down to 50p a transfer. So all of these items I've shown you today are not expensive to get hold of. They're in stock and easy to get hold of. We've only picked items to demonstrate today that are easy to get hold of. So already I've put 15 transfers on here. So if I was to keep going and fill out the rest of this with the same sizing, look at 25p a transfer, because I could at least get double that again. £29, you can get lots and lots of transfers. You get transfers on there easily. You could probably get, if you're only going small for flags, you could probably get 100 on there. That's how easy it is to make profit from the Coronation. So just want to recap for everyone again on the opportunity here. Like I said, if you've never done this before, it doesn't matter. You've all got customers that could take advantage of this. Even if they don't know why, get in touch with them, offer them the option for Coronation artwork, or you will have some that are really passionate about this. In that case, sell them lots and lots of stuff. Sell them bags, t-shirts, everything they could possibly want. And don't just think you classic stuff. Think different types of bags. Think different types of customers. Anyone that has a shop window that is near to you, they could put Coronation-based stuff in their window and they can make profit this year. So it's important for you to stress this opportunity to your customers. Let them know between now and the May 6th, people in the UK are going to want this stuff. And between now and probably October, tourists are going to want this stuff. So anyone with half decent footfall should have, and you have either a window opportunity for yourself or you have customers with shops, you should make sure they are selling this artwork. So it's really, really important. So let me just, so that's how, has anyone got any questions about the artworking before I finish up there?
This is your last chance, everyone.
So I'll just go back to how we add it in. So you add design, add ultra color design, and in the stock area, you've got all of the options for you. We've even done a gang sheet preloaded for you as well. So if you really don't know how to build a gang sheet, or you're a bit unsure about what to get, we've done an option for you where you could just pick that and you've got a selection of transfers. So £29. Like I said, if you order by midnight, it'll ship the next working day. Or if you're based locally to us or you want someone at courier to come and pick it up, you can arrange collection the following day. So you can get this stuff turned around really, really quickly. So if it comes to last week of April and you're on a bit of a time crunch, we've got you covered.
I think that's everything for today,
Okay.
Andy.
So just a reminder then, there's 67 million people in the UK. There's expected between 30 and 35 million tourists coming to the UK. So the addressable market is 100 million people at least. So even if you get the tiniest wedge of that, even if it's like 0.01%, it's still a big opportunity for you. It could be 10,000 items. And if you can make £5 on each one, that's a great way of bringing some extra business into your revenue into your business. And it's going to be right within your current skill set as well. So really, really easy for you. So really, really important you make the most of this opportunity. There is a web page on the website, customer.targettransfers.com/coronation. So you want to have a bit more think about this, a bit more read about the opportunity. If you can't remember everything I said today, don't worry. You can watch this live back or just go to that web page. All of the information about tourist stats and the opportunity, items you could be doing. So remember, bags, flags, t-shirts, tote bags, cushion covers. There's so many opportunities here. You've only got 6 weeks to make the most of it in the UK. So really, you need to start promoting it to your customers. Ideally, finish this live this afternoon, start speaking to your customers, spend the next week talking to them, finding out what they want. That way you can get your stock in, you get your transfers ordered. You need another heat press to take advantage of that to get more capacity. They're all ready to ship next day as well. Just make sure you get in touch if you have questions. If in doubt, we're going to have lots more content going on our social channels as well. So if you would like to see more inspiration, don't forget to follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn. We're going to have lots and lots of stuff to help you. So thank you very much for everyone that's joined me today. I really appreciate you taking the time, and I hope to see lots of you taking advantage of this Coronation opportunity with this free artwork that's available on custom.targettransfers.com.